High fructose corn syrup is a weapon of mass destruction against Americans. People need to realize that this is not a ubiquitous aspect of American culture. This is brand new. It was created in the 1970s. And it's now, as people might notice if they read labels, it's added to everything. It's in our ketchup. It's in our salad dressings. It's in our bread. It's everywhere. And this is by design. Of course, it's filling our sodas as well. The reason it's by design is because high fructose corn syrup, unlike fructose you find in, honey or fruits, where it's, in fruit, it's surrounded by fiber and there's a very small amount. High fructose corn syrup is concentrated and it's in a liquid form, so it goes into the body fast. And what it does is it actually subverts our hunger cues and it makes us feel even hungrier. There's this fascinating thing that we know from evolutionary biology with animals is that hibernating animals like bears, when the fall comes and the berries are all ripe out in the wild, for a bear to survive winter, the bear needs to put on 20, 30 more pounds of fat. So how does the bear do that? It eats these super ripe, fructose-rich berries, and that fructose in a super high concentration actually tricks the bear's brain because of the molecular structure of fructose to make the bear insatiably hungry rather than full.
Wow.
It's a very unique aspect of fructose, and it drives the bear to even be violent because the bear needs to outcompete other animals to eat as many berries as possible. And what does fructose do? It hurts our, not to get too sciencey here, but our mitochondrial function. Remember from high school biology, mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. And it breaks mitochondrial function, which then causes the bear to store all that sugar as fat. Okay, so this is fascinating. So food scientists figured this out and thought, wow, if we add this to every little piece of food that we create, it's going to make people think that they are like hibernating animals preparing for a winter that is never coming. And it's going to get them to be insatiable. It's going to make them to be aggressive in their food-seeking behaviors. And they're going to, of course, 3D print fat just like those animals. That is the experiment happening to American children. That is why we're 74% of us are overweight or obese, in addition to many other, environmental factors. But and we know this. This is not, and then you look at what happens with the money. And we know that much of the food science and food research done in America is paid for by processed food industry. And this absolutely slants the findings. 82% of independently funded studies show harm from ultra-processed food. But 93% of industry-sponsored studies reflect no harm.